When back in year 2021, when I started learning this language, I wasn't even able to understand what people were talking in English. When I was reading the books, I wasn't even able to understand. But over a period of time, after few months, I started understanding this language. And the moment when I started understanding this language, I felt like, wow, I became a perfect in this language and I can speak to anyone confidently. And when I tried to speak with the people in English, I understood that I can understand this language but can't speak. And when I got to know about this, that was the frustrating moment for me, because I felt like if I understand this language, then why I can't express myself in English? And these thoughts were demotivating me. I felt like stuck. And you know guys, this is the major problem faced by every English learner. Not by me, but whoever start their journey at some point of time, they go through this process where they will start understanding this language, but they will not be able to express themselves in English. And why this problem comes, that means if we understand English, then why we can't speak in English, that I'm going to address in this video. So make sure that you guys are watching this video till the end, because this video is going to be very helpful. And in this video I am going to tell you the problem, why we face this issue and how to overcome on this problem. So how to cover the gap between understanding and speaking. So to close this gap, we must start speaking in English, and there are other activities that we should do, which I am going to tell you in this video. When you start understanding this language, that means you have covered certain journey in your process of learning this language. And if you understand but can't speak, that moment is not of discouragement, it is the moment of celebration, because earlier you were not even getting what people were talking to you. You were watching hundreds of YouTube channel, you were watching hundreds of videos, but you were not understanding what people were talking to you. But today you are understanding. This is the moment of celebration, because if once we start understanding, definitely there will time come when you will be able to speak in English as well. But just we need to have some patience, and we have to show some courage, and we have to be a little bit of more focused on output related activity that will help us to become fluent in English. Now when we understand, that means our vocabulary has improved, our grammar has become more stronger, we have become good at sentence formation, and we know the phrases, idioms. That is why we understand English. But why we are not able to speak, it is just because of we are not trying to speak in English. There is a clear difference between understanding and speaking. Understanding is the passive activity, guys, where speaking is the active activity. When you speak, it includes your mouth, your tongue, your body, your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, everything that comes into picture when you speak in English. And when you understand, that means somebody talking to you, or some videos going on in English, and you are just watching that video and your mind is observing all those sentences in English, and that is helping us to improve our knowledge related to English. But having knowledge is of no use if you are not using those knowledge to produce something. When it comes to say produce, that means you have to start speaking in English. Whatever knowledge you have to start speaking with that. Initially it will become very difficult for you, because we don't have habit of speaking in English. Our mouth muscle don't have training of speaking in English, and initially everything that you learn will be difficult. But over a period of time, eventually you will fall in love with the process, and you will start speaking. What you have to do, you just have to start speaking at least for minimum 5 minutes every single day. Let's say today you speak for 5 minutes, day after today then you speak for 7 minutes, and day by day just improve that from 5 minutes to 7 to 9 to 10 to 20. Whenever you get time, try to speak in English. The more you speak, the better you will become. It is not just by absorbing English. Now the stage has come where whatever knowledge we have to utilize those knowledge to produce something related to English. If we just keep consuming the English related stuff, things through reading, writing, and through reading and listening, our knowledge will grow, but that knowledge is not sufficient, or that knowledge is not going to help you unless and until you are not speaking, because our goal is to communicate well. When we will be able to communicate, when we use those knowledge to speak with the people. When we first time speak, definitely you will make a mistakes, and it is okay to make a mistakes. Another problem that we face, or we think that people might laugh at me, or they may correct me if I make a mistake. It is okay, guys. Making mistake is not a crime. Why we make a mistake? Because ultimately we are trying to speak in English, and initially it is accepted that if you make a mistakes, even today native speaker make a mistakes. So what is big deal in that? Do make a mistakes. Lots of mistakes is acceptable. Don't get worried about the mistakes, and don't try to be perfect in English. If you try to be more perfect, you will become more scared, and you will not even practice to speak in English. So forget about speaking correct English, just focus upon speaking. You don't need to be perfect at grammar. Don't wait for grammar to become perfect in English. Just starts with whatever you have. The more you speak, the better you will become, and one day you will understand grammar is not that much important when it comes to speak. What is important? The courage of expressing ourselves to the people. That is most important thing. Now another point I would like to address here, why most of the people don't able to speak in English even though they understand English. It is just because of they still translate while communicating from their mother tongue to English. What happens, guys, when we try to translate from our mother tongue to English, what we actually do, we think in our mother tongue first, then we translate it into English, and then we speak. By doing so, we actually break the flow of speaking, and when we break the flows, which actually leads to the frustration, nervousness, fearness, and if all these things started happening, we want to quit. We don't want to speak anymore. And to avoid this, don't translate, try to think in English directly and speak. Now how to think in English, how to do practice of thinking in English, that is most important, because lot of people will tell you start thinking in English, but if you don't know how, then it is difficult. So what you can do for that, there are certain activities that you have to perform in order to start directly thinking in English. What you can do, you can describe your day in English. Whatever you see around you, you just have to try to describe those things in English. Then what you can do, you have to start journaling. When we write something in English, our brain, we are actually training our brain to think in English. And when we are structuring those words and sentences into the English, and when we are writing those words and sentences in English, we are actually giving training to our brain to think in English, and that will definitely help you to speak, to directly think in English. Another activity you can do a shadowing technique. That means you can play any video on your mobile in English, and you have to pause the video after 2-3 sentences. You have to repeat those sentences. When you do this activity, you will directly start thinking in English. You will also get to know about the new vocabulary, new sentence formation, new idioms, verbs, and this technique will help you to start thinking in English. So don't wait for anybody to tell you all these things. You just do by yourself and be better at your communication. Over a period of time, you will get better at your communication. If you understand English, that means you know many things about the English. When you start understanding, you have more opportunity to read more books. You have more opportunity to see more movies in English. You can listen to podcasts. But all that things are useful only if we speak in English. Why we are doing all these things? It is just because of one day we want to express ourselves in English, and if you are not speaking at all, then how it is going to happen? You just need a little bit of courage, guys. Just show the little bit of courage. Start speaking in English. Start talking to your friends in English who understand the English. If anybody in your family member, your elder or younger brother or sister understand the English, then communicate with them in English. Try to learn from them. Make a group of your friends who want to improve their communication, or watch some movies or go to places where people want to speak in English. These things are going to help you guys. If you do all this activity, it will definitely help you to speak in English, and the gap of understanding and speaking will become closer by consistent practice of speaking in English. This is what actually guys I wanted to tell you. I hope you understand, and I hope this video will help you to clear all your doubts related to why we understand English but can't speak. So that is it for today's video guys. I hope you like this video. If you like, then please hit the like button. Do subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video guys. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing, and also do let me know in the comment section on which topic I should make a next video. I will definitely like to make a video on the topic which you like, so please do comment me the name of the topic. I will definitely make a video on it. So see you in the next video guys.